Greetings all, Father Marshall Shelley coming to you from St. Peter's Episcopal Church, talking to you about the ministry and life of this parish here in Spotswood, New Jersey. I hope you are well. I hope this video finds you well. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, give us that thumbs up, let us know your thoughts. We're happy to welcome you home to St. Peter's. There's a lot going on in the life, the ministry, and the witness of this parish. I just wanted to bring you up to date this week on what was going on. The word for the week first, though, is another one of those churchy words. I used confractoria last week. I'm going to use one today, exegesis. Exegesis is one of those inside baseball words that refers to how preachers approach Scripture. Everybody goes to Scripture for different things. Think of it as an oasis in the desert, and you may be going there because you need shade. You may be going there because you need refreshment and water. You may be going there because there's a particular person you're supposed to meet who's going to meet you, if you will, halfway between one destination or another. It's a waypoint to get you someplace. So some people read Scripture for inspiration. Some people read it for wisdom. Some people read it for revelation. There's all different ways you can approach Scripture. One of the ways that we do that as preachers is we'll take a passage that is provided for us in the Revised Common Lectionary in the Episcopal Church, in whatever lectionary your denomination uses, or in the case of some denominations that don't use a regular lectionary or rotation of lessons for each Sunday, you may choose a particular passage that you're going to work with as you prepare a sermon, something to preach on Sunday. For exegesis, with regard to my tradition, there is a set of readings that's provided for every week of the liturgical year on a 3-year cycle. And we're looking at the ones that are coming up for, if you're doing, again, a little more inside baseball, Proper 19 for the 16th Sunday after Pentecost, year C. Did you get all that? No, wait, not year C. Year A. Year A. So that's where we're at. See, I have to check myself from time to time. Exegesis is how we approach that Scripture, so we're prepared to speak about it, respond to it on behalf of the congregation on the day of worship when we gather on the Sabbath. So that aspect of finding meaning in Scripture isn't just about opening the text and reading a particular passage and taking as given what is actually being said. You're cracking it open like an egg. You're looking for the stuff inside it. You're looking for the way the words are chosen, the way translations are framed. Remember, every piece of Scripture is a translation of an oral story that was then an experience at one point and communicated down the lane. On top of that, most Scripture is edited and redacted, meaning that stuff was put into it and stuff was taken out as it was moved through different iterations of being a manuscript through the ages. When something exists for thousands of years, things change and shift over time. So exegesis is about digging into that granular bit and coming out with something that gives you some meaning. In the end, of course, what we're trying to do is understand the context of the horizon of the Scripture itself. What was it actually saying in its time to the people who were hearing it, possibly for the first time, 15th time, somewhere in there? And then also aligning our horizon to it, because we've heard these Scriptures in church, we've read them on the daily office. If you pray that particular set of liturgies, you may have a little plastic bread box of Scriptures that you reach in and pull a card out on your desk, or you might have something in your computer or on your phone that gives you a daily Scripture reading, lifts those out of context and gives you an opportunity to reflect upon them. Exegesis is getting into the way that horizon of our experience aligns with the intentions of the Scripture itself through the ages. It's a lot of work to take on. But that's the very work we're called to do as a church, and the kind of stuff we're doing right now on a regular basis on Sundays, because we are in the midst of Sunday school. We're in the midst of setting up Bible studies in October for the Gospel of Mark. We're in the midst of embracing again the Bible Challenge, which is where you take on reading a piece of Scripture of Hebrew work, a piece of Scripture of the Psalms, and a piece of Scripture of the New Testament, the Gospels, the Epistles, and Revelation. And that gets you through reading the Scriptures for the whole year. So it's a great opportunity to participate in going deeper into Scripture. And of course, we've resumed the daily office, which takes a regular 2-year cycle look at the scriptures. There's a lot going on with regard to that here at St. Peter's. This coming Sunday, of course, we have Sunday school at the regular time, 9:15 to about 9:45. We are also inaugurating our first Rector's Forum. I'll be speaking on the efficacy and the importance of Scripture in our daily lives and how we can use the tools that the parish is providing this fall and into the coming years so we can grow in Scripture use, in our comfort with it, in our ability to embrace it. As well, we are also celebrating the arrival of our new seminarian, Ava Dalzell, as well as celebrating all of the returns to regular programming with our choir, with Miss Jessica, as well as all the other opportunities we have to gather in fellowship, including coffee hour. You're all most welcome. I hope you do make an effort to join us on Sundays. Check in with us as we mark and broadcast our daily office. Participate in the Wednesday noon Eucharist. Think about getting engaged in a deeper sense with our outreach ministries, the shop, Alice's Cup, the community supper, Kelly's Cupboard, all of the different ways you can offer service to the world through the lens of this experience that we share on the corner of Main and DeVoe. But in all things, know that we're honored to have you with us. And again, as I said at the beginning, like and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and remember the word for the week, exegesis. How do you mine meaning out of Scripture these days? For now, take care and God bless. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.